but still I never get it right. When I'm lost within the fire, will I find you in the flame? With you I know I'll never be alone. My God, when I'm feeling all alone. My God, will you carry me back home? If he made us to be happy, why do we always seem so sad? Will you stay here and remind us you're the only hope we have? When I'm lost within the fire, I will find you in the flames. With you I know I'll never be alone again. My God, will you carry me back home? My God, when I'm feeling all alone. Oh, it's you that I need, it's you that I need, but I'm the one you want. You're my God, will you carry me back home? My God, will you carry me back home? My God, when I'm feeling all alone. It's you that I need, it's you that I need, but I'm the one you want. My God, will you carry me back home? It's you that I need. Yeah, it's you that I need. Oh.
you guys hold them if you want. I only have one though, so just keep that in mind.
Okay, quick.
You see his little mouth? The mouth looks like a paintbrush. That horn is only designed to flip over other rhinoceros beetles.
Not the rhinoceros beetle, but the previous one.
Yes, the
I
best
think I
beetle.
saw a bigger one. Yeah, with
Yeah, wait a minute.
Yeah, I believe that's wood texture.
All you have to do to get the move is just touch his backside. There we go.
He keeps scrolling. Oh no. It's okay. Yeah. You just.
Animal alive, be it a small insect like a cricket or a beetle or a small mouse, and just like that. See how just for us like that. Anyway, raise your hand if you ever been on a trampoline or a bounce house before. Okay? And a pink-toed tarantula. Pink-toed tarantulas are
drive. Do you know I'm looking? And I can't help but smile. Do you know how much I love you? You put my favorite song on. I put my feet up, and we just sing along. And I can't help but feeling just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you sleep. You don't know I'm looking. With you everything's complete. Do you know how much I love you? I put your favorite song on just to wake you up. When I dance around, I can't help but feeling just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? I'm loving this moment. Can we stay here together? If I could stop the time, don't you know that I would? 'Cause I'm just loving this moment. Can we stay here forever? Forever. 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 I watch you as you drive. Do you know I'm looking? Change is constant, learning to flow. All the unknown, lemons thrown.
Thank you very much.
May look different from what you've dreamed. Colors and contrast making it art. Funny, thought I was lacking. Then I realized all is within. All your thoughts, friend or foe. It's your choice, which way you go. Accept what I can't change. Courage to change the things I can. Wisdom to know the difference. May I have peace to accept what I can't change. Courage to change the things I can. Wisdom to know the difference.
And zgonić.
Israel belonged to Israel.